yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Yeah, we ran out of patience. Boil up with the cold hard hatred. I can feel the vibration. Feet in the streets, it's a new sensation. I wanna break faces on the pavement. I wanna make greatness look complacent. Adrenaline awakened, I can taste it. We can make an impact, grab and then take it. Like a disease, bring them to their knees. No pain for there to see. Just like a weed, spread into the streets. It's time to make them bleed. 'Cause we just want retribution. Let's go light up the darkness. Make true of an empty promise. Rip cards in the weak and harmless. Take to the streets and turn them to a mosh pit. 'Cause we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Yeah, we ran out of patience. Boil up with the cold hard hatred. I can feel the vibration. Feet in the streets, it's a new sensation. I wanna break faces on the pavement. I wanna make great.
All right, guys, let's get this party started. If you want a reading, be sure and visit my stand store. It is linked in the description below. And as always, we have a fair use, a disclaimer. As you come in, please hit the thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not subscribed, and share the video if you like it. Let's get it going. Let's get it going, guys. Hello, welcome in. I'm down here. Look in the lower left. The star of the show is not me. It's Layla Santanello. Layla Santanello. Her sweet self has been missing for 3 years, guys. 3 years. And we have been boots on the ground. Jeff and I have been boots on the ground. We have really invested our emotional time with Miss Layla. and her family. Of course, I investigate in a whole different way, right? Like, I investigate using the tool of astrology like no other. I'm mad with it. And it's not because, I got, hit with the voodoo. It's because this is where my life path has taken me, is to try to become better at finding the missing and doing something that is greater than myself. Okay. So first and foremost, let's get that out of the way, because mapping is an art. There is an art to it. I'm only using the geometric angles at the time of the event, and I'm putting them, I'm twisting them, making them square the earth, and I'm putting that behavior on the earth's terrain. And so it's going to tell a story. Okay, it's going to tell a story, and speaking of that story, stay with this because you're going to be mind blown. Okay? I want us to all have a mind-blowing experience about information that comes in as an investigator that investigates through astrology. Okay. There's no course for this. I think that it's just something that you either are really gifted at doing or you're not. And I think that I happen to have a really good gift at putting the angles, and this is when I first began the map, not after a bunch of, communications. This is when I first build a map. Absolutely, when I first build a map. And I want to talk to you guys about some of the things that, this eclipse, okay, that is taking place on the 12th. It's happening with me with children, with Leo. She shines in my fourth house of home. She shines with my Leo home. And so this eclipse has me eclipsed on her. And the things that I know that you guys need to know, and we need to have a come to Jesus meeting about it, because there are questions, and there is many questions, but there's one question, okay, that we are going to try to figure out during this show. So, of course, I want your, undivided attention on this sweet girl and her story, her case. This is going to be told in a different way, because most people that are going to come to this channel and watch this video, they know a little something, something about this case. But nevertheless, this is a hypothetical timeline, because, and I say that, okay, I say that because from the very beginning of Layla's disappearance, everything was sketch. Everything was sketchy. Allegedly, Layla was, out of her mind on substances, and she was hanging out at the marble slab, talking to a girl, drinking some water, and chilling out. But that's not the story that we were told face to face about the woman that saw Layla, that literally saw her and saw her behavior. And it's like when you add these, when you add this stuff together, and then you look at it from an astrological point of view, and then you look at her map, it kind of begins to paint a picture. And so that picture is something that I want to talk with you guys about. This hypothetical missing, flyer says that she argued with her boyfriend and she leaves his house on June 23rd. So I need to ask this question, okay? Because I want us to follow the money. I want us to follow the money. Layla had taken some money, okay? She had taken some money from an old man. Her and Michael took his card, or she took his card. Whether Michael was involved or not, I don't know, but she took his card, goes to the ATM, and I'm going to show you that on the map. Goes to the ATM, takes out money. Allegedly, she takes out $800, gets the money off a dude's card. Because right, this all of this, we need to we I'm trying to follow the money. Okay. I mean, I'm really trying to bring some logic here because ain't nobody talking about this and we need to talk about it because I'm about sick of it. Not hearing about some of the most important aspects of this case. And follow me here because we are about to look at the map and I'm gonna show you the theory, all right? So Layla, at some point in time, I don't know if it's on June 23rd when she's arguing with Michael and leaves the house. I know that she was seen after the 23rd. How about that? So we'll just say that they argued. Okay, then the June 24th, it says Layla's last communication is with mom. That's where she is allegedly texting her mom back. Don't know if that's really her on the 24th, where she is allegedly texting back. On the 25th, she checks into the Americourt Hotel. Well, on the 25th, if that is true, then that means that the law enforcement has her on recording on the 25th. Okay. On the 25th of June. The 26th of June, she allegedly is in distress. But honestly, if we really want to tell the truth and the whole story and nothing but, the lady wasn't really sure if it was the 25th or the 26th when she saw her, but the cops had showed up. So there is a timeline because her story is adding up with the cops and them being at the Americourt. Nobody has said why the cops were at the Americourt. Nobody has said. Nobody has said why the cops were there, but there was a bunch of them. And they were even in the little courtyard of the Americourt. So they were even at the, in the little courtyard. Layla is in distress. She's knocking on doors, looking for a guy named Michael with the tattoos, who we assume could be Nation, a guy that's, goes by Nation. Anyways, and I'm telling you my theory, okay? But I've got to tell you this other stuff too along the way. Where's the money? Okay? Is she messed up in distress at Americourt because of money? Had her money been stolen already and she's at the Americourt? Okay, if we go that far, okay, and we think that Layla could have been at the Americourt after her money was stolen. Allegedly, $800 was stolen. That's what I've always heard. $800. But then there's some contradiction here with that story. So $800, okay? $800 is stolen from Layla. $800. Layla is a feisty girl. If somebody had taken her hair stuff, took her shoes, took her money, she should be having some stuff going on with her face. She should be beat up because Layla is not going to go down like that. She's not just going to let somebody take her money. She's not just going to let somebody take her stuff. That is not Layla Santanello. She is definitely not going to be about that. It's logic, guys. Logic. Where's the logic been for 3 years? Why has nobody ever been talking about this? Like, where's the money? Like, it don't matter. It don't matter. Okay, thanks guys for taking my stuff. I'm just gonna go over here to the Americourt, and just try to calm down. And I can't believe that that just happened, but I'm not gonna put up a fight. Whatever. I'm gonna, run with my tail between my legs and go to the Americourt. Really? No, I don't think so, guys. No, 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 no. And let me tell you why. Actually, let me show you why. I can show you better than I can tell you. And we'll stop with, this little video here. Okay, let me see. Where's it at? Is it this one? No. I think it's this one. Okay. Yes, it is. Okay, so let me take me off well, let me put me can I put me up here? No. I want y'all to be able to see the whole thing. Hold on. Okay, so I'll just hide me for right now. I'll just hide me for right now. So, what you're seeing right here, okay? What you're seeing right here is a text message between Layla Santanello's bonus mom, her stepmom, Brittany, and this girl named Kiera. Now, Kiera has a boyfriend named Cody at the time, Cody Dawson. And Brittany is in the blue, and then the gray is Kiera. All right, so y'all with me? I just want to make sure that y'all are with me. Let me know. Is anybody in the house? Y'all ready to see this? Because we're about to get into some things. Because I'm going to show you some things tonight. And then I'm going to show it to you on the map. Because when I tell you that I'm fired up about this, I am. I am. And I'm just sick of holding it in. I'm sick of it. I want to show everybody. I want to show y'all because I think it matters. I think it really matters when we are going to be honest about things and be our authentic self. I got permission from Brittany because she is the one that gave these texts to me. So I did ask for her permission. And before you come for Brittany, let me just tell you that I've got text messages and other things from Jennifer Santanello too. But I'm not showing anything other than what I have gotten permission from Brittany to show, because these are the ones from her that I think is the most important. Okay. It's the most important to me. All right. So Brittany is in the blue. Okay. Hey, Kira. This is Brittany, Layla's stepmom. You are Cody Dawson's girlfriend, right? And then you can see that she starts to talk back to Brittany. Okay. And I want you to remember, I need you to focus. Like, I need everybody that's going to watch this video later to focus and to not lose sight of what you're about to read. And then we're going to take it to the map. Okay. Because I can't make this shit up. I don't fuck with your daughter, and neither does my boyfriend. So I don't know what to tell you. And then Brittany says, hold on, let me go back. It's going too fast. Hold on. Hold on. Let's start all over. She don't know what to tell her. She don't F with her. Okay, well, word is that she was with your boyfriend, Cody. You're gonna see, just remember Kiera and Cody. Okay, just remember. So your boyfriend, it's going too fast. Damn, because it's a screenshot, but I did it kind of into a video. Let me try to slow it down. I don't know if I can. Hold on. No, I can't. Well, where's it at? Uh, yeah, this is the best I can do here. My boyfriend is beside me and has never left my side for the last 2 weeks. Ain't nobody suspect this way. I don't F with her and never have. Since you know so much, though, the only car Cody is ever in is mine. Well, I'm glad that she is letting us know that it definitely wouldn't be a car connected to Cody. The car would be hers. That would be a Mars energy. So jot that shit down. And Layla had the audacity to ask for a ride. And I can assure you this right now. I damn sure didn't let that bitch in my car. And I said that shit to her face. Yeah. And then she apparently left with some in. Like, why the hell would we have your daughter home, girl? Like, even though I don't fuck with Layla, I hope she's okay. But you need to reevaluate what you're saying. So basically, this little girl had the audacity to say all of that. But in saying all of that, she said a lot, minus the emotion of it. Oh, she said a lot there. She says that Cody doesn't drive. He only goes in her car. She said that she told Layla to her face. See, that seems like fighting words to me. And I think that Miss Layla Santanello would have not backed down, said that shit to her face. And she left with somebody. So you got to wonder too, where did she see her at? Where was she? Where was she when she saw her? She says all of this, and she is saying that ain't nobody going to leave in her car. She asked for a ride, and she told her to her face she wouldn't. And then she left with some other guy. So where did they leave from? Where did she see her? Where is there this ride? So either Layla left the Americourt and went, this place, is this the West Side Inn? Where is this place? You got to wonder. I wonder. So let's just keep on going. See what else we can see here. All right. So that's that one. Let's see this. Hold on. I got something else somewhere. Hold on just a second. Hold up. Let me try to find this file for you. Try to find this video. That's the screen recording. Let me see if this is it. No, that's not it either. Oh, yeah, it is. Okay, okay, okay. So this is gonna be the same one, but it's gonna be a little bit slower, I think. Maybe. So we're gonna keep on going. This is the ones that we just saw. Oh, just wait, Shauna. Just wait. Just wait. Yeah, just wait, girl. I think that we are gonna see a little bit of something something. No, you just need to see what's going on right here. Watch this. This is definitely something that we need to watch. So Brittany says, first of all, don't call my stepdaughter a bitch. And then talking about her coming to her with an attitude and sideways about her daughter. And then here she goes. Now they're back and forth now. Brittany and Kiara are. I just want you to see the attitude of someone asking about their daughter and her being so defensive, but telling so much because Cody doesn't have a car. If anybody would have been taking Layla anywhere, it would have been in her car. So where is her car? Has her car ever been searched? Has her car ever been searched by a cadaver dog? These are legitimate questions because and I'm about to show you why, even more so than this. This is just petty drama, but we're going to get into some more substance of it. Isn't this a trip? I mean, she's just going at it. I mean, she talks about Layla like she disgusts her, like she is above her. And she said that she saw her and she saw her leave with someone. And the way that she's acting, like what was there some beef between her and Layla? Where's the money? Where's the money? She tells her, "Okay, I'm gonna pass your information on to the detectives, you disrespectful little bitch." And she just tells her, "I don't fuck with her." So they're still she said, "I'm not in Tennessee, I'm not from Tennessee. I'm only going off what numerous people have said to me." And she said, "Look, what do you think happened? I've been my boyfriend every day for over a month." And they basically her and Cody had only been together for about a month. And she's saying, "So how is he a suspect?" So now she's starting to change her tune. She's now starting to change her tune. She's like, "Hold on. Do you think he's a suspect?" This is Kiera. Her boyfriend's name is Cody. And then so now Brittany is asking Michael, "Who is this? Do you know him or seen him?" Because Brad Guy is saying that that's the Brad she was with. So Brad Guy, this dude Brad Guy, okay, there's multiple people in this story, okay? But I think y'all need to hear some of these people that's a part of this story. She said, "Do you know him or seen him?" Because Brad Guy is saying that that's the Brad she was with. Now, who she's going to show is Brad Dishner. Brad Guy is saying that Layla left with Brad Dishner. Now, mind you, Brad Dishner, after Layla went missing, went to rehab. He got all clean, being Mr. Good Boy. Oh, so did Kiera. Kiera didn't go right after, but man, Dishner did. Oh, he did with a quickness. All right. So yeah, there's two Brads, but there's actually three. But we haven't got into the third one yet. There's two right here that I'm talking about. There's actually another one named Brad Reynolds that may have known what happened with Layla and Holland. And Jennifer definitely knows who Brad Reynolds is. Yeah. And so does Trish, her niece, her paraplegic niece. But anyway, so back to this story. She says, "Do you know him or have you seen him?" Because Brad Guy, who she's messaging with prior to messaging, I think this is Michael. She says, "Do you know him or seen him?" Because Brad is saying that that's the Brad she was with, which is Brad Dishner. And it's just going to go slow for a minute just to show you everything. And that was Philip Bradley Dishner. So it went back up. This was a video that I downloaded, like a screenshot video. You can see that this is July 26th at 1:21 a.m. They're not sleeping. This is their daughter is missing and they're still fighting to try to find answers. We are still fighting to try to find answers. Here's Kiera again. So now Kiera's changed her tune and she's given a little bit more information. And she said Michael even said he knew him and claimed he never left with her. But I saw them leave together with my own two eyes. So Kiera is saying, and again, you got to ask yourself, where's the money? And where did they leave from? Where are they? She said, I was there that night. What night? So now it's not during the day, right? It's not during the day because during the day, Layla was at Americourt. So where is she talking about here? I saw them leave. I was there that night. What night? Where are they? And she said, I thought about that every day since. Michael even said he knew him and he claimed he never left with her. But I saw them leave together with my own two eyes. And she's talking about one of the Brads, either Brad Guy or Brad Dishner. Yeah, some of the timestamps I do have, and I've charted all of them, girl. This has been a 3-year long case, and I feel like I've gotten to know most of the players. She had a bunch of money on her. So this is Kiera. This is Kiera still. She had a bunch of money on her, like $1,600. I wouldn't lie to you, especially about this. So we go from $800. That was always the story that she took $800 from, oh man, Rick Barker, rest in peace. He has passed away, but bless his heart. I don't know about the 1,600. And then she says, I wouldn't lie to you. How does she know that she has any money? Okay, so now we're really getting some truth now. So not only does she not like her, not only did she tell her to her face that she wasn't going to take her nowhere and talk mad shit about her to her stepmom as she's missing, looking for her. Like, what a fucking hell on wheels here. She had a bunch of money on her, like $1,600. How did she know she had money? I wouldn't lie to you because this is one addict to another. They're all addicts that are hanging out this night. Whenever this night is, they're hanging out. And they all lie. Okay. She says, especially about this, even though me and her weren't friends, I still care about her well being. Oh, now see, she's totally changed her tune. And Michael acts like he just doesn't even care. He took her off of his Facebook. We were in Highland. That's what that says. The night she went missing. So now we finally get it. They were in Highland. They were in Highland. Okay. So make a mental note. Finally, now we know that they were on Highland the night she went missing. She done told us so much. The night she went missing. The night she went missing, she is saying that they were on Highland and that she left with some guy and she saw them leave with her own two eyes. So that guy, one of those Brads, and I'm thinking it's Brad Dishner and Kiera, one of them. Okay, so have they searched their cars? Did they search their vehicles? Because right around the time that Layla goes missing, this chick wrecks her car. Hell, was Layla in the car with her? Did she really give Layla a ride and she just doesn't want to say it? She's pinning it off on somebody else. Who knows? But now we know, okay, that she was last seen on Highland. Just wait, because I'm about to show y'all this on the map. Okay, because now we know that she had taken the money out of the ATM. It was at a Food City store. I've got that on the map. We've got that she and her boyfriend, Cody, have been together every night. That means that Cody was there that night. I think that there's some jealousy going on. That's what I think. I think that there's some jealousy going on between Kiera and Layla and Cody. Cody's older than her. Cody's in prison right now, just so you know. He's been in prison for being a dealer. Dealing. Lots of them in Kingsport are. Kingsport is not a good city. It's a ran down, drug infested city. It's my opinion. And then, of course, she's saying, her and her father, Layla's father, are really worried. Now, this is Michael. This is now a screenshot. Now we're back to Michael. I don't know. Layla left, and just all I know, she texted me 2 days ago saying she was at her friend Jen's to come get her. Okay, so Jen, who they're talking about, is Jen Tenner. Jennifer Tenner. I showed that to you the other day. I showed you Jennifer Tenner. She's in prison. She's up for parole on the 14th of August. Just 5 days. And so Jennifer Tenner is the one that lives on Highland, or that lived on Highland. Okay. I can't wait to show you guys the map. What you mean? Why? Like, I know it's Layla. This is Michael talking. Like, I know it's Layla. She's the only one to be able to log into her stuff. She's the only one this could get the Cash App out of my phone into her hands. See, Michael, after Layla went missing, started acting like he had Layla and was sending ransom Cash Apps to Jennifer and Brittany. So Michael is trying to get Cash Apps as his girlfriend, alleged girlfriend, is missing. Layla's missing and he's trying to get Cash Apps, saying that he's got her held hostage and, this is a ransom. Yeah. And she's saying, "No, Michael, don't do that." And, so this is after the fact. Cuz what Brittany's doing is she's really trying to get Michael to befriend her. She's trying for them to be having a good rapport. And Michael needs a lot of attention. He needs attention. And especially when he's, down and out. Okay, so now he's talking about GJ. He's talking about GJ, Layla's dad, and how he's so good to Layla. Like, he's so good. And then he talks about how Jennifer is, like, jealous with this boyfriend. Well, it's Smokey, I guess, is Layla's baby daddy. It's Nova Grace's dad, I think. That is who they're talking about here is Smokey. Yeah. Yeah, there's constant different type of text messages, and it's just some of them go really weird. Michael, who is in room 296? People were saying that she could have been into room 296. Still don't know who was in room 296. We don't know if it was Dishner. Don't know if it was Dishner's uncle. Don't know who it is. Could have been Nation. Don't know. And then so Michael says, "Did they find her? I called police over there." He called the police over there is what he is saying. It's just lies. Michael, Layla just requested $100 to me on Cash App. And remember, Michael's the one that's doing this. And he says, "Wait, what? Now? When? Just now?" Like he don't know. Like he don't know. Right now, I've been sending money to get info. I'm on the phone with Jen. Who was this guy she was with at the Americourt? Because I need to know some dude, Brandon Stout. I don't even know the guy. Layla don't know him either. I'm trying to talk to people that walk the green belt daily. I'm making signs. Like he's really doing any of that. I mean, he's sending Cash App requests. That's what he's really doing. I have no clue. Besides, it's the second house on the alley. Hold on. They just said, hold on. Here we go. Hold on. I'm making signs. She requested Cash App. And she's asking him, "Where is she?" And he says, "I have no clue. Besides, it's the second house in the alley to your right when you turn onto Highland." So now he's starting to tell her the house that she called from and needed a ride and didn't get a ride from him. And he's finally telling her on Highland. So remember Highland, that's where Jennifer Tenner lives. So we have Michael saying that she was at Jennifer Tenner's. We have Kiera saying that she's at Jennifer Tenner's. Where's the money? Where's the money? Because over Layla Santanello's dead body, would you take the money from her? Or she's going to have some bruises on her. She's going to have some scratches because she's not going to go down without a fight. And I think that that's just logic. I think it's the logic that nobody talks about. She either had 800 or to hear Kiera tell it, she had 1,600. And you got all of these addicts around her, all these people that really don't care about her, and they know she's got a bunch of money. And he says, if you call the police, they'll know the house more than likely if you tell them what I said. Oh, hold on. Shit, I done went back. Hold on. Oh, shoot. Hold on. Sorry, I went. Can you do me a favor? Because I'm not giving on this. Reach out. Jen reached out to me this morning. This Jen girl, is she someone on drugs? Is she someone that's bad news? That's what he says. And she says, I'm not here to judge. I just need to know that Layla's okay. He says, Layla hasn't been on anything, which is a lie. She had been. The Jen girl, well, that's a whole different ball game. Layla was actually doing good. No, she wasn't. No, she wasn't. And neither was he. And so he just says that she's on Highland. Okay. She's on Highland Street. And he's saying to Brittany here, he's saying, what scares me is I know Layla would call me if she was around anybody. She would use a phone. She would walk miles to a store or anything. And it's just nothing. And then he asked her about Cody because Cody is Kiera's boyfriend. And this is when Layla's stepmom, Brittany, started hearing things about Cody and Kiera. And then he says, no, Cody lived with me and Layla under Layla's say. We've all been friends. It was Cody. So they lived together. So I think that Kiera might have had a little bit of jealousy. I think she may have had a little bit of jealousy with Cody and Layla. What y'all say? I think so. And then he goes on to say, me and Layla are on great terms. Last text I got from her stated, hey, babe, I'm at Jen's. Come get me when you get this. I love you. I called 3 minutes later, nothing. And I tried going over there and they say she had just vanished. She had just vanished. Well, to hear Jennifer Santanello tell it, Layla just wasn't having anything to do with Michael. Well, like I said, over Layla Santanello's dead body, would that money be given up without a fight? So where's the money? Where's the money? I don't even know. Layla left, and just all I know, she texted me 2 days ago saying she was at her friend Jen's to come get her. I missed the message about 3 minutes, called, and then act like it didn't have Wi-Fi. Made it to Junior's, and then when I made it there, or Jennifer's, when I made it there, they said that she had left, and I haven't heard from her since. So, Kiara's saying that she was on Highland. We was on Highland Street at a girl named Jen's house. I called my friend to meet us there because we went there so I could fight the bitch. Kiara was going to go there and fight Jennifer Tenner. Okay. Hold on. There's Highland Street. She's given her the address. And then Kiara says someone gave her some blue stuff that night, which happened to have trank in it, like tranquilizer, I guess. They did the same thing to me. I went there to fight the owner of the house, and someone had to have slipped me with something because I ended up just hanging out there with these people for hours. Like, that makes any sense to me. If I don't F with someone and was going to fight them, why would I chill with them for 4 hours after pulling up? Yeah, and your friend too. Y'all just pull up and you're all mad, but then you take some stuff from the same people that you're wanting to fight. None of this is making sense. The math ain't mathing. The only thing that is mathing is the common denominator, and that's that they are saying, okay, they are saying that the night that Layla disappeared was at Jennifer Tenner's. Okay. So did she go there that night and not go to the West Side Inn? Did she go to the West Side Inn? Who took her to the West Side Inn? Did she really ever make it into the West Side Inn? Because all of these stories, none of them is saying where the money went, right? Nobody's saying where the money's went. Where's the money? Over Layla Santanello's dead body, would that money be given up without a fight? She's not just gonna let people take her shoes and take her hair stuff and just take everything that she has and take her money without a fight. And this question has just never been answered. I don't ever hear people talking anything about it, and I don't understand. I don't understand why. So taking something that's blue, like, how, why? Oh, there's a lot of usefulness here. Oh, there is so much usefulness here. It really is. It really is, because people that are like this are definitely gonna tell you a little bit of truth with lies. They're gonna tell you a little bit of truth because they are not that smart, especially when they are mathed up, when they are on a lot of substances. They're not thinking logically. They're not, I mean, and these are younger people. These are younger people, and they're on some hard stuff. Hard stuff. All right, so this is what I'm gonna do. I am going to show you some of these people that we're talking about on this map. Hold on. Remove some of these people on this map. I think we just need to, I need to show you because I can show you better than I can tell you. All right. No, that's not what I want to show you. This is what I want to show you. So this is Americourt right here. This red dot. This is where the mapping begins to tell the story. And then I've got a bunch of addresses on this map. There's a gazillion. There's a lot of them. Oh, sorry. Let me get my pen. Just in case I want to pull up a chart. So right here is Jennifer Tenner's. So here is the Americourt. And about 1.7 kilometers is Jennifer Tenner's. It's not far. Not far. It's a 253 compass bearing. That is a almost 254. So that's like a 14. It's like a 14 Sag. That'd be a 14 Sag. And so what we're going to do is we're just going to go over here. Okay, we're going to go over here and we're going to look just right around here and see what lines are expressing over Jennifer Tenner's house. Because the way that the mapping works, what we're looking for is the behavior. We just saw some texts right after she goes missing. You know, we just saw some texts of some back and forth with Michael and with Kiera. So we're going to pull up Michael. All right, we're going to pull up Michael. There's Michael. And then Kiera. Let's pull up Kiera. There's Kiera. So she's this black one. Michael, and Michael. So let's go a little closer. Let's forget about that one down there because these are much closer. All right. So what I'm looking at here is, again, I'm just looking at behavior. Oh, shoot, hold on. Sorry, my phone just fell. I'm trying to prop it up over here so I can at least try to look at the not the chart, damn, the chat. Hey, Barb, Lee, Sarah Fire. Hey, guys, Shauna, Cinderella. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you guys for being here. Yeah, hit the thumbs up, guys. Even if you're in the bushes, even if you don't like me. I mean, hey, come and chat, say hey. Find a new way to investigate because this is about to get real. So let's look at this. So this is Kiera. This is her Chiron. Her Chiron is opposing Hades and Gemini. So this is where, so if it's Gemini, then that means that her Chiron is in Sagittarius. Yeah, I'm like, hey guys. All of Kiera's problems with travel and what she learns is seen here. Why do I say travel? Well, because when I was creating this, what I was thinking about with this line was that Kiera, her Chiron being in Sag, is about something that she would learn. It would be about travel, possibly even long travel or short travel because it's opposing Hades and Gemini. And it's about the weight of two people. It's a mental weight. It's a weight and a pain with communications. Okay? So there's Kiera. And she's right here by Jennifer Tenner's. But she has pain here. She has pain here. What does this mean? This means that she has pain here. You know what pain is, right? We know what pain is. And she has pain here at her house. Michael. There's Michael. His Pluto is opposing Hades. He also has Hades in Gemini. See, these people are around the same age. So they're expressing a lot in the same way. It's intense with Pluto. It's about death. It's about rebirthing. It's about regeneration. It's about other people's money. Other people's money. This is about what we learn with other people's money right here. Michael's Pluto opposes Hades in Gemini. So there is the same expression, only it's more intense for Michael. Very much intense. And it is about communications because Gemini is about communications. There is a higher learning here. The phone. She texts me. And by the time I called her back, and by the time I got there, they said she was gone. Now let's bring in Layla Santanello's natal because this is her. This is her. There she is, right there over Jennifer Tenner's house. So let's just remove so we don't get all confused about the lines. Let's take off Michael. Let's take off Kiera right here. And let's go further down because Layla's right there. Layla Santanello is right there at her house. She definitely went to her house. Okay. She definitely was at her house. Did she have the money here? Is this where she would have lost that money over her dead body? Here's Highland Street, guys. There's Highland, the infamous Highland. And here is where Layla Santanello has her South Node in Sagittarius. She's been here before. She's been here. There's definitely higher learning. She's faded here. And guess what is next to her South Node? You guessed it, Pluto. Pluto is in conjunct her South Node. And look who it's faded with. Astraea and Taurus. What's Taurus? Possessions, things that we own, money. And she is intensely transformed here at Jennifer Tenner's with money, a higher learning. And I put here transformation via travel, possible IV use is faded with health, wood, cemetery, river, values, possessions. It's the money. Taurus is money. And there was a justice here with money. There's a justice here with money. So when you say, do you think that they could have jumped her? What do you think? What do you think now, Shauna? You think that's possible? Because over her dead body, would she give that shit up? And I mean that with everything that I have. I didn't meet Layla, but I know Layla. I just know her. I just feel like I truly, really do know her. Here is Michael's sister, Julie. Julie's Hades is also in Gemini. And it's opposing Hygeia in Sagittarius. The health. Hygeia is health. It is a world traveling type of health. It's a purity. And I put problems with the health of travel, Laurel Run, Goshen Valley, Mountain View Road, and Churchill. Summer Wells also goes to Virginia. I don't know why I put Summer here. Sometimes these cases I feel like just run together. So the other people that we have here is Brad. This would be Bradley Reynolds. Jennifer Santanello knows who Brad is. Brad and Trisha and Steve Linkus. It is alleged that those three were the last to see Holland snap alive. Layla's cousin, Trisha. And their friend, Brad Reynolds, Brad's Uranus, shakes things up with groups. And it's where he's been before. It's where he's been. If this up here is faded with Taurus, then all of this is too. This is a money grab right here. Where's the money? Here's a guy named Jerry. Here's a guy named Austin. This is where he has desires of transformation himself. Definitely a higher learning here. Christy Dykes, and then we've got Brad Reynolds again. So we got them. Let's see who else we got here. Who else we got? Oh, there's Nation. There's Michael West. Now we're getting into something here. Now we're getting into something because he has his Mars in Sagittarius. I don't have a note for this one, but look at this. That's a car. He's been here before. And Mercury and Gemini, well, that's communications. It's the digits. It's the data. And this could be a car. That could definitely be a car. Kiara's car is not over here, but Nation's is. Doesn't mean that she couldn't have picked her up. I mean, it doesn't mean that Kiara couldn't have picked her up because this is where she is. She does have a lot of pain here. So I think Kiara knows a little bit more about what happened here. Maybe she's just pained because she really didn't do anything. I don't know how she went there to pick a fight. Did she go there to pick a fight and Layla stepped up? I don't know. I don't know how any of this would have went down. But I bet you anything they did not check her house, do any type of forensics on her house when they picked her up. Because look, they picked her up on July 7th. They picked her up right after Layla Santanello went missing and they started doing their investigation. The TBI went and picked her up. She's doing 8 years and she's up for parole in 5 days. And that's why I want to know before this girl ever comes out, where's the money? Could have transferred her. Yeah, I mean, who knows? Who knows? Kiara has a lot of pain and it's in Sag. So, I'm not going to dismiss it because when I show you where the car is, it may make sense. It may make more sense with the vehicle. Um, but just yeah, hold on just a second. I'm gonna show you all that. So here is Jennifer. Let me turn off the other ones because I'm about to show you her mom. Let me turn off the natal. Also want to turn on Dishner. So here's Philip Dishner. This is where his Neptune is. So there's things that are hidden here in Sagittarius that we really don't see, and especially having to do with travel, warring. It's in a good standing with this angle, and I put significant because it's in a good standing with Eris and Aries, like a fight. Like a fight could have went down, and there he's holding this. He's holding maybe, the substances. Maybe he's got something to do with the substances here. I don't know. Maybe he's willing and dealing here too. I don't know. This is where Jennifer's Neptune is as well. This is what they're not seeing. There is something that would need to be dissolved here. There's something we are not seeing, and it's conjunct the dark moon. So this is where Jennifer Santanello will reflect back with a lot of disordered aggression. And then I put this may represent what she doesn't see, a dissolving energy that's dark, possible river, quick movement, intuition, burial with shovel, overdose is possible if Layla is an IV user. I sit on this line with Jen. I think she could have done something like what I think that there could be some truth with what Kira said. A blue pill, a tranquilizer. Especially if she came back here the night that she left the Americourt, if she came back here, something happened here. And it's hella more intense than the West Side Inn. I can promise you that. The lines are so much more, the behavior is so much more intense here. There's no other way. And the map's not lying. These people are, the map ain't. The map is not lying. There's something that she's not seeing here. She rises here. This is court worthy. 2 or more in communications. 2 or more in communications. It's with the data. It would be the data here. Yeah, the lines are definitely what's important. So let's look and see if there is any law enforcement. And like I said, the TBI picked her up. So yeah, the TBI is right there. The TBI was investigating. This is where they receive what? Leads. They received a lead on her. There's the lead. It's a 1414. There's going to be limits and obstacles coming for the TBI at this 1414 degree that's going to activate this home. It's going to activate her. And she does come up for parole soon. But what they need to do, they need to take this 1414 Saturn when it comes around, and they need to go and visit the penitentiary that Jennifer Tenner is at. That's what they need to do. Use that time proactively. Here's the missing event and the missing, when she goes missing from the Americourt, this is where it is, the midheaven is in Gemini and the IC is in Sagittarius. So there's a low point here. An opposing force of travel is seen here in Abandons, Tennessee. I think when I'm doing this map that they would have went to Virginia. For some reason, I'm thinking here, after looking at charts and everything, that they've abandoned Tennessee. But now I'm not so sure. How I'm not so sure. Exactly. Yeah, it is Cinderella. It is, but they tricked her, I think I think that there's some truth into what Kiara said. Is that instead of her, doing the Fent, they gave her something else. And because she would have been at the Americourt, she would have been mathed up. So you go from a really, really big high up for days, and then you take something like a tranquilizer. I mean, she is a Leo, and the heart is ruled, the heart is the medical astrology of Leo. This is all about the eclipse of the heart. And for Layla, I think that this could have just stopped her heart just really quick. Like it would have just been nothing. She would have been over. It would have been done. It would have been that quick. Or she may have had a seizure. She may have jolted. I don't know. But seems like the heart would have really taken a big hit. It's just my opinion. Just my opinion. So the private investigator, Steve Fisher, Neptune. Steve and Fisher can't see. He can't shine here because he doesn't see this angle. He's not seeing that angle. Maybe he did, maybe he didn't. I don't know. And then we've got the stepmom. A shakeup with investigations brings divine justice on this angle. That's Brittany. Brittany's the one that's receiving the information, right? She is the one that is investigating. She is the one that's receiving this information. She is the one that's being shaken up in Sagittarius right here. and it's conjunct Astraea, which is Virgo. She is the divine justice. She rules that every day, that sixth house that we were talking about today. But here there's a much higher learning. And in Sagittarius, the justice in Sag, oh, that is definitely court DA worthy, especially if they could go in here and do any type of forensics in this house. Even now, after 3 years, I don't know that she could have cleaned that house good enough if something were to have happened to Layla at that house and not the West Side Inn. The West Side Inn's torn down. If they didn't know for sure that she was at the Americourt and they went for months saying that she was at the Marble Slab, we need to really understand that there could be something that they are just not seeing with the timeline. But that the map is telling the story. And if you know that the Layla Santanello, Jennifer Santanello, you know that she's always asking people to subscribe to her channel, right? She's always asking for that. She's always asking for people to subscribe. And she is always trying to get certain, things for Nova Grace. And she's always asking George and Brittany too for stuff for Nova Grace. Well, this is where they live. They live in New Jersey. Okay. So Brittany and George live in New Jersey. And this map is telling a story of a devouring energy in the sixth house of health with Jennifer Santanello, and it's conjunct her Hades. So there is always this devouring energy. There's this weight, and it's going to him, to GJ, to Layla's father, and it's about money. He had been locked up. He was in back child support. He has been paying back child support, and he does what he can to help her with Nova Grace. I mean, if GJ had his way, he would have Nova Grace. But Jennifer's granddaughter, okay, she's always in need of something. Her daughter was always in need of something. So the map is telling the story, and this is from Americourt. So I know that the map is telling the good story. Kronos is devouring. It's in the sixth house. That's all about health. It's conjunct Hades and Taurus. For Jennifer, the Hades and Taurus is in the fifth house of kids. It's all about kids. It's all about money, heaviness, needing the money. Okay. The missing Saturn in Pisces in the sixth house of health. Pisces angle is with this property in New Jersey, her dad. And it's challenging communications. It's challenging data. It's challenging when she actually went missing. And it slows her down. She is having limits and obstacles at the hotel because that's the Saturn. She was at the hotel at the Americourt when they called her and missing. She hadn't been missing yet. She wasn't missing yet. I think she went missing that night at Jennifer Dinner's. That night. And then she has the missing event. It was showing that the eighth house, Jupiter, again, what was he doing? He was calling the police. Jennifer wanted to wait. He and Brittany didn't want to wait. They called in the 911. She's missing. Again, Jupiter in the eighth house is about the police calling 911. So you can see that it's telling the story. I'm not making it up. I'm not just, writing all of this, doing all of these lines right before I come on here. I can promise you one thing. It's taken me 3 years to just get this much on the map. I work mini maps, Let's go to Bell Ridge because that's where Holland goes missing. After Layla goes missing. There's Austin, who could have also been around Layla when she went missing. But look at this. This is where Holland was last seen. Here's the TBI, but this is from the Americourt. This is from when Layla went missing. So, yes, Holland does have something to do with Layla Santanello's case. Don't be fooled. Of course it does. They are interconnected, they're intertwined with the same people. Same rotten people. Hey, Angel Eyes, good to see you. This is where the TBI meets their midheaven. The TBI does really good here, and they learn a lot about groups, videos, all kinds of stuff. Where Holland was last seen at Bell Ridge, where Trisha and Steve Linkus and Bradley Reynolds were known to be at. There's Layla. This is her ninth house outer wheel. Things that she learns. It's also the third house outer wheel, which is the third house, and that's all about siblings and cousins. And of course, her cousin is Trisha. Suggest overdose. Lots and lots of attention here with the publicity. So you can see that the maps that I create are telling the past, present, and future because this happened well after Layla went missing. Any leads that would come in after she goes missing is going to tell a story of the line. That's how beautiful these maps work. They're telling a story. This is where the state of Tennessee has a lot of warring. Lots and lots of warring. Tennessee opposes publicity here with their values, Aquarian energy, like mediums and astrologers. Groups, video. Something that they may see on a video, or it could be that they haven't been able to retrieve any video. Maybe it's we the people that are giving them a discord because they're not spending the resources, they're not spending the money to do all that they can do with devices. That's possible here too. Kiera's Mars. This is an interesting one because Kiera's Mars, if that would be the car, okay? So if Kiera would have the car, let's go back to Kiera for a minute because if she would have the car, her Saturn, it conjunct her Mars in Taurus. So her car that weekend, whenever it happened, I can't say for sure. But right around the time Layla goes missing, if not that night, she gets in a wreck, totals her car. I wonder why. Was she arguing with someone? Was there a big fight? Was there a big jealousy night? A big night full of just hate and disdain because she was going there, right, to fight. She says that she got tranquilized. I don't know what happened to Cody. I guess she was just sitting there and, everybody was just I don't know, because that's not the story that we've ever heard, right? All these people were seeing her at Jennifer Tenner's, but they don't know what happened. Other than she got something blue, kind of like a trank. Never heard that before, have you? No, of course not. But this girl, there needs to be more justice. There needs to be more pressure in this case. For God's sake. It's going to be 3 more years and we're still going to be holding on to this bullshit. I mean, come on. These people need to fess up. Kiera's Saturn is conjunct her Mars, so there's limits and obstacles with the vehicle, especially with Taurus. The Taurus energy is going to show any type of evidence. Okay, so we're going to go over here. There's Lowe's. I've got make sure I got my addresses on. Okay, so here was a lead that came in. So here was a lead that came in that supposedly somebody took Layla here. Took Layla there. We can see that there's a well that's nothing. That's the TBI, I think. That's a conjunction with the TBI. I just haven't it's about things of the past with evidence. So this could be it could be because this is going to be the TBI when I finally um write that line out. Layla's vertex and anti-vertex in Scorpio and Taurus. This line is significant. So this is a money axis and it's very intense. Very intense. Layla's Pluto that is going over Jennifer Tenner's house with her lunar nodes is fated here. So it's going to be fated here. There could be some type of evidence with Kiera. With Kiera. Something with Kiera through here. And then I'm like, okay, so is what about Cody? What about Cody? Where is he at? There's Cody. Okay, so Cody is here too. Cody's Pluto is down there by Jennifer Tenner's. And there's a breakup here. So not only there's a breakup. So it's like they're breaking up. There's something happening with the car. And look at that. Now we got a Shane Springer, which y'all haven't heard anything about, but I'm not going to bring him in. That'll just confuse you guys. But there's Michael. There is a letting go and there's a justice here with money. There is a money axis here. And remember, the last live that I did about this, I was talking about this angle because it's this angle, it's going this direction that I think that Layla Santanello will be found. Her body, her remains. If it's not in the landfill, it's going to be going northeast because this is where Jennifer's pain is with the vehicle, with leads, with a lot of transformation, with a lot of warring. And for Michael, it would be justice. This is where Michael and Layla used to live. And this is off of Packing House Road. So we're going this direction toward New Beeson Well and Packing House. That's where we're going. We're going in that direction. Now, the store that Layla went to, oh, there's Cody's house. One of them that I've got on the map. Close to Cody's house. I've started putting Jennifer Tenner in because I want to see if she's going to tell me where the body is. But let me go to where. Damn, where did it go? Where did it go? Where did it go? Kingsport Jail. Okay, so this is where Rick Barker. Let me go back to Rick. Actually, I want to look at the city, the food city. This is where the money was taken. Jennifer Santanello's got a relationship here, and it's in Capricorn, so it's an older male. There's information that comes in that gives her a conscious raising experience. And so that is shown right over the food city, which I think is very interesting. This is the West Side Inn. And there's a lot of pain here. There's a lot of pain with authority, with business at the West Side Inn. This could be where she took money or took something from someone. or somebody took something from her. But I don't see the intensity. If there was anybody that took her to the Americourt, it could have very well been Kiera, because this energy is around the Americourt with Kiera. It's a critical fate because her lunar nodes, her south node where she's been before, but that's not where her pain is. Her pain is at Jennifer Tenner's. I can't unsee what I've already seen. Jennifer Tenner's is the most intense place on this map. The missing is there. The natal lunar nodes are there. And this Chiron, there's actually a conjunction. The Chiron is actually not here. This is just where information is coming in. The Chiron is actually here on this conjunction down here. So the Chiron is actually here, right here, by the old hay house. This is the Chiron right here. And it's this area right here, the Chiron in Capricorn, right here. Oh, where you'll see that Jennifer Tenner's is right here. Okay, so if something happened to her here and we went to that Chiron, we're not even going 0.68 kilometers. It's really not that far at all to get to this Chiron. And it is about the money. It's about the money. Remember Rick, the guy that she got the money from, that she stole it from? This is where he hears about the flame of life right here. Of course, he's deceased now, but this is where the Chiron is. There's the marble slab. See, she wasn't at the marble slab. And she did go missing really after this timestamp that I've got on this map. A little bit after. But it remains the same that, Kiera's Venus is squaring her dark moon here. So Kiera has a darkness in these woods. Cody's Vesta in Sagittarius. This is where the flame of life is with communications. It's in Capricorn as well. This is a Capricorn energy. So it is about woods. There's a lot of pain here. It's where Brad learns about things that he doesn't see. Jennifer Tenner, there's that flame of life here. It shakes her up. And this is right near Avalon Street. And so here's the green belt. And then outside, you keep on walking off the green belt into the woods, and that's where we're at. Michael's also got a Chiron here. So Michael has a lot of pain. Michael has a lot of pain. And this is things that Jennifer doesn't see. But there is a darkness. There's a disordered aggression around Jennifer Tenner's house. So there is a lot of pain here with Michael, with Kiera, around this area with Jennifer Tenner's. But then when we go this way, this is where we get into the parents' pain. And the Mars, there's this breakup. There's a lot of intense energy, a lot of fighting going on with Kiera and Cody. And Jennifer and George, both of the parents have pain that's going this way. So this is where I want to find their daughter. I want to go this way. And I just needed to come on tonight and just tell you guys, like, there is another way, that we can investigate, and Layla, she definitely deserves to be found. And we need to really talk about the pertinent information about her, because she did have money on her, and where did the damn money go? She's not gonna let that money go without a fight. And if nobody was witnessing her with, like she had been in a fight, she still had that money on her. But when she was deceased, she didn't. If they wanted to give her a little sleepy time and take the money, maybe it backfired on them. They wanted that money from her. You can bet your ass those addicts that was around her that didn't like her wanted that money. They wanted that money. I don't know if Kiera had already had her car wrecked and needed the money to fix it. There was other people there at that house. That house was the house, and it wasn't far from the Americourt. The only reason why Layla would go, she wouldn't sleep, guys. She wasn't sleeping, and she damn sure wouldn't go sleep out in the woods. They don't sleep out there. We've been out there. We've been boots on the ground out there. There's homeless people out there. There's food, there's camps. I mean, this place is a ran down town. There's vacant homes everywhere. There's people carrying openly addicts. It's a bad ass town. It's really bad. And this girl, in and out of, in and out of homes. She's young mom. Her kids being taken away from her. The courts are, she's about to have to go to court, give up her baby girl. Trying to find her way, but she can't because she's so messed up. And thinks that she's getting something. But what does she really get? Well, Kiera says a blue trank. How does Kiera know? Kiera seems to know a lot. And like I said, her boyfriend is locked up. Jennifer Tenner is about to be going on parole. And I think that there needs to be more pressure, more forensics. They need to spend some more money. They need to spend some more money on this case and solve it. I think that it could be solvable. I mean, even though there's a lot of alcohol with this case, there's a lot of alcohol. There's a lot of that 26 Taurus in it. You think they were all in on it? I tell you what, guys, the eclipse is eclipsing her third house. Childhood friends, cousins, communications. It's all in the data. And if they would just do more, I think that they could solve this case. Nevertheless, that pain that's going northeast from the Americourt, that's where I'm going. That's where I want to go. I just haven't, the map isn't really showing me like I need to be in Kingsport looking at it. People in Kingsport would know really good areas to search going northeast. And I think that that's the direction we need to be going. But anyways, thank you guys so much for joining me tonight. I know it's a late night for me. I usually don't go late. I usually don't go live this late because my brain don't work as good, but man, I had to get this out and talk about Layla so I could focus on my eclipse videos. Cuz this girl, she's got my heartstrings, And until she's found, I'm going to continue to advocate, trying to put pressure on people to talk cuz she needs to be found. We need some closure here for the parents, for her daughter, for Nova Grace. And she did just have a birthday, Miss Leo, Miss Thang. And damn sure it would have been over her dead body that they would have taken that money. I firmly believe that. Firmly believe that. But anyways, guys, peace out. Love you so much. Have a great night.